So the fourth stage, I think, of personal finance with kids is when they are adults, but they are still living at home or under kind of your umbrella financially. And so when our kids got to that stage, they had been through the other three stages where they had started out with a spreadsheet of knowing what money was theirs and what they could spend their money on. Then they moved to having their own debit card and a checking account. And then they moved to having Venmo, to where they could go back and forth with individuals or purchase things that they wanted through Venmo and receive payments for babysitting and car detailing and the other jobs that they did. And then the last step was when they moved away from home. We have three of our kids have gone to college, and we still supported them financially, but there were limits on that. And I grew up, my dad did an amazing job with that when I was back in college, and he wrote me a once a month check and deposited it in my account in my hometown. And then I knew I could write my check for my rent and pay for my food and all my expenses. But everything that I wanted to do, everything I needed to do, my family paid for. My dad was very generous in that regard. But things that I wanted to do, those were my responsibility. And that, we're going to talk about later, is what creates the gap, which encourages kids to get a job or create ways for them to make money and be better savers and better spenders. So that's really what we're aiming for in this, is to help them develop legitimate personal responsibility regarding 100% of their own finances. But we're taking it step by step by step so that it's an easy transition. And if you haven't done the other steps, you can start wherever you are. If you haven't done Venmo, help create a Venmo for your teenager or child who's older than that, your young adults. If you haven't given them a debit card yet, but they're old enough, then start there. Now, if they are older and they're headed off to college, it's a great time to sit down and make a budget. Show them how much they would spend on groceries. Estimate how much their utilities are going to be. How much is their rent? How much are they going to spend on transportation? Do they need to buy gas? Do they need to pay for Ubers back and forth somewhere? What else do they need to pay for? And in that, we put